Welcome back in our today's science class, and we are in the chapter 5, that is heat. Okay, so let's revise what we have learned in our last class. Okay, so last class we have learned about dew point and humidity. Okay, what is that concept? Okay, so the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere helps us to understand what the state of Delhi weather, whether it is the weather is cloudy, it is rainy, like that. Okay, so the presence of water vapor in the air makes it moist. Yes, the moisture in the atmosphere is called as what? It is called as humidity. Okay, yes, for a given volume of air, thus at specific temperature, there is a limit on how much water vapor the air can contain. Okay, if the air temperature is low, then what happened? It will need less vapor to saturate the air, and if the water content in air is less than the maximum limit, then what happened? The air is said to be unsaturated. Okay, so this saturation and unsaturation, these are the two basic concepts of air. Okay, suppose that the unsaturated air at a certain temperature is taken and its temperature is decreased, then a temperature is reached at which the air becomes saturated with vapor. Okay, at this point, this is called as what? Dew point temperature. Okay, the vapor content in the air is measured using a physical quantity called as absolute humidity, and generally we measured absolute humidity in terms of kg per meter cube. Okay, here in your textbook page number 66, there is one formula which is given of percentage relative humidity. What is that? That is equal to the actual mass of water vapor in content, actual mass of water vapor content in the air in given volume divided by mass of vapor needed to make the air saturated in that volume into 100. So this formula is very important related to your MCQ points of view. Okay, then student, we have learned one concept, that is during winter season we observed one white trail at the back of a flying plane in a clear sky. Okay, so related to this, whatever concept is there, that we have learned in our last class, please go and watch that video if you haven't watched it. Okay, then we have learned about unit of heat. So the unit of heat are joule in SI units and calorie in CGS units. Okay, then 1 kilocalorie is equal to how much? 1000 calorie. Okay, yes, so till now we have learnt about this all concepts. So today we are going to learn a very interesting topic, that is specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity. Okay, what is that? So for this we have to revise, we have to do one kind of activity. Okay, let's see what is that activity. Okay, here the material which we require, that is a tray with thick layer of wax. Okay, a tray with a thick layer of wax, then a solid sphere of iron, then iron lead and copper, okay, of equal mass, then burner or spirit lamp and large beaker. Okay, so this is the material which we required for this activity. Then what procedure we have to do? First, take the three spheres of iron, copper and lead of equal mass. They should contain equal mass. Okay, put all the three spheres in boiling water in the beaker for some time. Then take the three spheres out of the water. All the spheres will be at temperature 100 degrees Celsius. So temperature we have to take is 100 degrees Celsius. Then put them immediately on the thick slab of wax. After that we have to put them into this wax slab. Okay, note the depth that each of the spheres goes into the wax. Okay, वो कितना अंदर नीचे जाता है, डीप जाता है, उसका क्या करना है, डेप्थ जो है वो नोट करना है. ठीक है, सो दिस इज द एक्टिविटी. ओके, सो The spheres which absorb more heat from the water will give more heat to the wax. Okay, जो स्पीयर है वो ज़्यादा हीट एब्जॉर्ब करेगा फ्रॉम वाटर, will give more heat to the wax. Okay, more wax will thus melt and the sphere will go deeper into the wax. So अगर वो जो स्फीयर है उसने ज़्यादा हीट दी वैक्स को तो क्या होगा, वैक्स विल मेल्ट, more wax will melt and thus the sphere will go deeper into the wax. Okay, observation. Then what observation what type of observation we got from this experiment? It can be observed that the iron sphere goes deepest into the wax. Okay, so this is the iron sphere, it goes deepest into the wax. Lead sphere goes the least. Okay, lead sphere goes least, सबसे कम. And the copper sphere goes to intermediate depth, almost उससे iron से थोड़ा सा कम. Okay, this shows that for equal rise in temperature, the three sphere have absorbed different amounts of heat. Okay, three sphere have absorbed what? Different amount of heat. Yes. So this means that the property which determines the amount of heat absorbed by a sphere is different for the three spheres. Yes, and this property is called as what? Specific heat capacity. That is, the amount of heat absorbed by a sphere is different for the three spheres. Okay, and that property is called as specific heat capacity. Okay, the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of a unit mass of an object by 1 degree Celsius is called as specific heat of that object, and the specific heat capacity is denoted by the letter that is small c, and the SI unit of specific heat is joule per degree Celsius, kg, and the CGS unit is calorie per gram Celsius, gram degree Celsius. Okay, CGS unit क्या है? Calorie per gram degree Celsius. Okay, so this is SI unit and CGS unit, and this definition, this is very important related to your objective types of questions. Okay, now students, here are the some substances which are given and their specific heat capacity is given, and it is in the CGS unit, that is calorie per degree gram degree Celsius. तो water का कितना है? 1.0. Like this everything here this in this chart is given. Paraffin having 0.54, kerosene having 0.52, aluminium having 0.215, then iron having 0.110, copper have 0.095, silver have 0.056, and mercury having 0.033 specific heat capacity. ठीक है? Okay. Now, if the specific heat of an object is C, the mass of the object is small m, and if the temperature of the object is raised by delta T degree Celsius, then the heat energy absorbed by the object is given by that is equal to what? M, that is mass, into C means specific heat, into delta T. Okay, here the heat energy is absorbed. Okay, but अब यहाँ पे देखोगे तो in the same way, if heat specific heat of an object is C, the mass of an object is M, and if the temperature of the object is decreased by delta T degree Celsius, here it is increased but here it is decreased, then the heat energy जो है वो lost हो जाती है by the object will be M into C into delta T. फॉर्मूला जो है वो सेम है, बट यहाँ पे देखोगे तो टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज हो रहा है, यहाँ पे डिक्रीज हो रहा है, एंड यहाँ पे हीट एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब्ड हो रही है एंड यहाँ पे हीट एनर्जी लॉस्ट हो रही है. ठीक है? ओके, सो दिस इज अबाउट स्पेसिफिक हीट कैपेसिटी. नाउ व्हाट इज हीट एक्सचेंज? ओके, हियर if heat is exchanged between a hot and cold object, the temperature of the cold object goes on increasing due to the gain of energy, and the temperature of hot object goes on decreasing due to loss of energy. जो hot object है and cold object, here you can see these are the two objects. तो cold object में क्या होता है, the cold object का टेम्परेचर जो है वो इंक्रीज हो जाता है बिकॉज क्या होता है, ये एनर्जी को गेन करता है. ओके, एंड हियर द टेम्परेचर ऑफ हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट जो है वो डिक्रीज हो जाता है ड्यू टू लॉस ऑफ एनर्जी. ये जो है वो एनर्जी लॉस करता है. ठीक है, द चेंज इन टेम्परेचर कंटिन्यूज टिल द टेम्परेचर ऑफ बोथ द ऑब्जेक्ट अटेंड द सेम वैल्यू. ओके, टेम्परेचर जो है वो इन दोनों में डिफरेंट होते रहता है एंड एट द सर्टन पॉइंट इट हैव same value. Okay, yes, in this process the cold object gains heat energy and hot object loses heat energy. cold object जो है वो cold है इसीलिए heat energy को gain करता है and hot object जो है वो hot है इसीलिए क्या होता है, heat energy जो है उसमें से निकल जाती है, it will loses. Okay, if the system of both the object is isolated from the environment by keeping it inside a heat resistance box, so this is the heat resistance box, then no energy can flow from inside the box or come outside into the box. Okay, तो यहाँ पे जो दिया है that the energy exchange takes place between the two objects only. ये जो दो ऑब्जेक्ट हैं उसमें से ही एनर्जी का एक्सचेंज हो सकता है. ठीक है, सो yes, so now we get, in this situation we get one principle. What is that principle? That is heat energy lost by the hot object is equal to heat energy gained by the cold object and this is called as principle of heat exchange. तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है, heat energy lost हो जाती है from hot object and heat energy gain होती है by the cold object. So that is called as principle of heat exchange. Okay. Yes, then the measurement of specific heat using a mixing method and calorimeter. Okay, so here this is not that perfect diagram which I'm looking for, but we can use this diagram. Okay, so here the specific heat of an object can be measured using a mixing method. Okay, for this what we need? For this we need calorimeter. So here this is a calorimeter. If a hot solid object is put in the water in the calorimeter, ये एक heating coil है, so that is called a hot. Let's take an example of this is a hot solid object, okay, which put in the water in the calorimeter. Heat exchange between the hot object and the water and the calorimeter starts. तो क्या हो जाता है, हीट जो है वो एक्सचेंज हो जाती है इन बिटवीन वाटर, कैलोरीमीटर एंड hot object. Okay, this continues till the temperature of the solid object, water and calorimeter becomes equal. तो ये कंटिन्यू होता रहता है till the temperature. Here digital thermometer is used but we are going to use our thermometer only. Okay, so this continues till the temperature of the solid object, water and calorimeter becomes equal. Okay, so here heat lost by solid object is equal to, heat जो है वो solid object में से lost हो जाती है, that is equal to heat gained by water in calorimeter plus heat gained by the calorimeter. Okay, here heat lost by the solid object, okay, just take that heat lost by solid object is denoted as Q. So that is equal to mass of the solid object into its specific heat into decrease in its temperature. Similarly, heat gained by water, that is Q1. So that is equal to what? Mass of the water into its specific heat into increase in its temperature. Here you can see decrease in its temperature because heat जो है वो lost हो जाती है, but यहाँ पे heat gain होती है तो क्या होता है? Increase in its temperature. So heat gained by the calorimeter Q2 is equal to mass of the calorimeter, its specific heat and into increase in its temperature. Okay, so heat gained by water, heat gained by calorimeter. So यहाँ पे same content है, that is mass of water, here mass of calorimeter into specific heat and into increase in its temperature, and here also increase in its temperature. बट यहाँ पे वाटर एंड कैलोरीमीटर लिया है और यहाँ पे क्या लिया है, हीट जो है वो लॉस्ट हो जाती है बाय सॉलिड ऑब्जेक्ट. ठीक है, सो दैट फॉर्मूला इज डिफरेंट. हीट लॉस्ट बाय द हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट is equal to what, heat gained by calorimeter plus heat gained by water. So that will be Q is equal to Q2, heat gained by calorimeter Q2 plus heat gained by water, that is Q1. Okay, using this equation, if the specific heat of water and calorimeter are known, then the specific heat of the solid object can be calculated. Okay, so this formula is important related to your numerical type of questions. So students, today we have learnt about specific heat capacity and heat exchange. Okay, so go through the content, go through the video. Your semesters are on the way. Complete your internal assignments. Okay, complete your this kind of assignments, video related assignments. Okay, study hard. Thank you.